Are you thinking about going on the carnivore diet and looking for benefits? Well, today I'm going to share my three best benefits that I have seen on the carnivore diet. And make sure that you watch all the way to the end of this video because I'm going to have a bonus tip at the end. All right, the first benefit that I have seen from the carnivore diet by far for me is that I've gotten rid of joint pain and arthritis pain that I had in the past. I was the person like 7, 8 years ago that would go to the gym to work out, and I had knee braces on, I had ankle braces, wrist braces. I just looked ridiculous over there trying to work out because I would be so sore from working out, and just like, different pain that I would get and so forth. So I've been on the carnivore diet now since July of 2022. So it's like about 3 months, less than 2 years at this point. And for probably at least a year and a half now, I don't wear those braces anymore if I work out or whatever. I don't have flare ups anymore. I used to get flare ups from the joint pain and so forth. Sometimes my foot would just get really flared up, and it would be like a week or two where I could barely walk, or that would happen with my knee sometimes and so forth. And it just doesn't happen anymore. And really, within the first couple of months of being on carnivore, that all changed for me. All right, the next benefit that I have seen, again, this is a really huge benefit for me, and that is that I no longer seem to have any problems with AFib. I was diagnosed back in 2018 with AFib, atrial fibrillation. And what that is that essentially your heart will be beating in a normal rhythm, and then it'll go into AFib where it starts beating really fast, and then it might slow down a little bit and it goes really fast again and so forth. Typically, it's in a pretty fast heart rate at that point, but it's not always really fast. Um, it's just that it's a very irregular heartbeat. And over the years, it continually got worse. Before I started the carnivore diet, I would have 2 to 3 episodes a week. I was on medication, and luckily, the medication normally got me back out of AFib back into normal rhythm. Well, I noticed really quick on the carnivore diet that those episodes stopped. And now I am around 21 months here, about 20 to 21 months without a single episode of AFib. So again, that just a huge benefit that has happened from the carnivore diet. All right, the third benefit that I have seen is that I am in better shape and I seem to have better stamina than I did before. Now, I know some of that is probably from losing weight. I've lost over 85 pounds from doing the carnivore diet, but also I just seem to have more energy and I just don't seem to get tired and so forth like I used to. So, perfect example of this was this past summer. I went to the Smoky Mountains and we did all kinds of hikes. We did some pretty difficult hikes and some hikes that I hadn't been able to do in more than 20, 25 years. And I had no issues with doing these hikes. Um, it's just amazing to me how well I was able to do. And, I needed to stop maybe a couple of times, but for the most part, I was fine to keep going. And it was other people in the family that needed to stop and take rest when we were doing certain hikes. All right, so now that bonus tip. When you really get going on the carnivore diet, you find that you don't need to go out to eat as often as you do now. So you're spending less money. Yes, people say that the carnivore diet is expensive, but if you're only eating once or twice a day, it really isn't that expensive. And again, you end up cooking your own food most of the time because, for one thing, you know exactly what you're putting in the food, but you get to the point that you've been doing it over and over again every day, and you know how to cook it just right to your liking. And when you go to restaurants, even if it's getting a steak or something, a lot of times they don't cook it the way I like. and you have to worry about what they're cooking it in with seed oils and so forth. So you end up going out to eat a lot less often and in the end saving money. So that's a great thing. All right, so that is it for this video. One other thing, I do have a health and wellness group now on Facebook. So if you would like some additional tips and just be able to engage with like-minded individuals in a community, um, you can go to the link that I've got. I'm going to put it down actually in the comments of this video. It'll be a pinned comment. So you can click on that link. It is a private group and I approve everyone in that group. So as soon as I can, I'll go in and I'll approve you and you'll be in the group. And again, there's a lot of like-minded people that will be talking about their eating habits and their, how they're trying to improve their health and that kind of stuff. So, it's definitely an option. If you're interested in, go ahead and click on that link and I'll get you approved.